Yo, what's up guys, I will show you all the best settings that you should use in GT Online because a lot of players have never looked at their settings. To start, open your pause menu and go to the right till you see settings. We are starting with one of the most important settings, targeting mode. In online this will be grayed out. To change it you have to start creator or go to story mode. You can set it to assisted aim or free aim. Assisted aim being that when you try to shoot someone it locks onto that player, and with free aim you have to aim manually, which is way harder. With assisted aim you also have two options, full or partial. With full auto aim you can also switch between targets by flicking your right analog stick while aiming. So the best targeting mode is assisted aim full. You can also use free aim assisted, so mostly manual aim, but it helps you lock onto players a little bit. If you change this setting you will be put in an online session with other players that also have the same targeting mode as you. Vibration, adaptive triggers and invert look should all be off, those are just annoying features. I use the standard control type for third and first person, but you can change it if you want. This will change the button layout as you can see above. Now this is really important, I have all these settings for third person and first person maxed out. Players in deathmatches that turn like a truck because they haven't changed their sensitivity. So these settings will allow you to look around and move around faster. I recommend first increasing it a little bit so you can get used to it, and do that till you have it all the way up. Allow movement when zoomed should be turned on, this is for when you're sniping. If you have this turned off you cannot move and you will just be a standing target. Also a quick tip, if you're sniping go into first person, that way you can move faster from left to right. Switch handbrake with dock hydraulics is off, and then drive by control type is aim plus fire. Light bar effects on, this is the light on your controller, so it doesn't really matter, although it's cool because it shows your crew color and it flashes blue and red when you have a wanted level. So those are all the control settings. Moving on to the audio. I have SFX volume and music full, dialogue boost off, voice chat retain radio volume, controller speaker on and set to 50%. Now a more important setting, camera. I have independent camera modes off, I'm not even sure what this does. Vehicle camera height set to high instead of low. This makes it way more easier to drive cause you're able to see more. Now some first person camera settings. Auto level camera on and first person on foot, FOV all the way up, so it will be more zoomed out. If you turn off first person ragdoll and combat roll you will switch to third person automatically when ragdolling or when doing a combat roll. You can't really see anything when you ragdoll in first person, so turn those off. Also turn off first person head bobbing so your screen doesn't shake as much when running. Turn on first person third person cover, same reason as for the other settings, you can't really see anything in first person when in cover. Turn on first person vehicle auto center. First person vehicle HUD should be turned off, but if you want the OG first person mode from PS3 and Xbox 360 turn it on. It's also nice to use in a jet. This is what it looks like. Also turn on drive-by camera relative to vehicle. Next up we will go over display settings. The first one is only on next gen, so you can set it to performance RT, performance or fidelity mode. Fidelity mode is 4K resolution, ray tracing and 30 FPS. Performance mode is upscaled 4K and 60 FPS. And the best one, performance RT, is a hybrid between the two. So it has some ray tracing, upscaled 4K resolution and 60 FPS. This one is the smoothest and I prefer FPS over resolution. The radar and HUD should of course be turned on. My weapon target is set to simple, it's a dot when you aim and you can change the size of it, I have it set to the smallest one. You can also select complex, then you will have different weapon targets for different weapons. For example, an AR is a plus, a rocket launcher is a square and a shotgun is a dot with brackets. GPS route on and the next one is optional. I had expanded radar turned on for the first few years. You just have a bigger minimap all the time, but you can also expand it by double tapping on the D-pad. Turn on player overhead display. This way another player's name will pop up above their head, even when you can't really see them. If they are in a bush or have a part of their body exposed, their name will show up, this is very helpful. Change the brightness to whatever looks good, I like it a bit higher so you can see everything clearly, especially at night. I have motion blur strength all the way up, but if you want to maximize your gameplay you should turn it off. If you have in-game depth of field effects turned on and you're looking at something close by, the background will appear slightly out of focus. If you are focusing at an object in the distance, the foreground will be out of focus, that's called depth of field. If it's turned off, that blurring is removed. It's a personal choice, try both and see what you prefer. Screen kill effects are the effects that appear when you kill someone. Your screen will glow or flash for a second. This is nice to know if you actually killed someone. Subtitles are off, but you can turn it on, and measurement system is imperial, so mile or metric kilometers. I have voice chat off, as well as all these notification options and message frequency to 1 hour. Some players also have the motion sensor function on. Make sure it's off, otherwise you will steer while you move your controller. There are a few more settings inside your interaction menu. First go to manage vehicles, vehicle preferences, and set vehicle access to passenger or no one, just so players can't drive away with your personal vehicle. Also keep in mind that you can buy all ammo via the health and ammo tab. I recommend going to preferences, phone contacts, favorites, and only keep the important contacts turned on. Also turn off as many map lib options as you can, so your map won't look like this but like this, more clean. Lastly, this is another important setting. Set player targeting priority to everyone so you will lock onto every player. You can also set it to attackers if you're playing with friends. So hopefully this helped you out, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.